What if I told you a cup of coffee became a cult? Not just a drink, not just a caffeine fix. A full-blown global obsession, wrapped in green sirens, caramel drizzle, and baristas boldly butchering your name. Starbucks didn't just change how we drink coffee. It rebranded the entire experience. From a kitchen counter habit to a lifestyle you carry around in a white cup with your name spelled wrong. This isn't just a story about coffee beans. It's about how a simple idea brewed into a $100 billion empire, fueled by marketing wizardry, sugar highs, loyalty points, and just the right amount of emotional manipulation. And if you're already hooked on this story like it's a Veni cold brew with 2 extra pumps of drama, go ahead and subscribe. We serve up stories like this fresh, bold, and extra hot. Let's dive into the rise of Starbucks. The origin story. Seattle, 1971, Pike Place Market. 3 college friends, Jerry Baldwin, Zev Siegel, and Gordon Boker, open a modest shop selling whole coffee beans and brewing equipment. Their inspiration? Alfred Peet, founder of Peet's Coffee, who introduced America to rich, dark roasted Arabica beans. They named their little store Starbucks, a nod to first made in Moby Dick, connecting it with the seafaring coffee trade. Their original logo? A medieval-style twin-tailed mermaid, or siren, representing the mysterious, seductive pull of good coffee. At the time, Starbucks didn't serve drinks. No lattes, no macchiatos, just beans, machines, accessories. But then everything changed. Enter Howard Schultz. In 1982, Howard Schultz joined Starbucks as Director of Retail Operations and Marketing. Born in a Brooklyn housing project, Schultz had ambition running through his veins. In 1983, a business trip to Milan, Italy, changed his life. There, he discovered the espresso bar culture, quick shots of caffeine, lively conversations, baristas who knew your name. It wasn't just coffee, it was community. Schultz returned to Seattle with a bold idea: transform Starbucks into a cafe, a place to sit, connect, and experience coffee. The founders didn't agree. They were focused on beans, not beverages. So Schultz left, opened his own cafe chain, Il Giornale. Then in 1987, backed by investors, Schultz acquired Starbucks for $3.8 million. And with that, Starbucks 2.0 was born. The cafe experience. Schultz had a vision. Starbucks wouldn't be a coffee shop. It would be a third place, not home, not work, but somewhere in between. A cozy, predictable, aspirational space where you could unwind, work, meet friends, or just escape life for 15 minutes. He built an empire around 4 principles. Ambience, soft lighting, chill music, comfy seating. Customization, your drink, your way. Half CAF, almond milk, extra foam, done. Consistency, no matter the location, the vibe stays the same. Emotional connection, walking into Starbucks feels good. Suddenly, coffee wasn't just a beverage, it was an identity. The addiction factor. Let's be honest, part of Starbucks' genius lies in its addictiveness. At the core, caffeine, a legal, widely loved stimulant. But they didn't stop there. Enter sugar. Frappuccinos, caramel swirls, whipped cream, sweet enough to be dessert. And let's not forget the ritual. That morning Starbucks run is not about the drink. It's about starting the day with something familiar. And the cup itself, it became a status symbol, a fashion accessory, a prop in Instagram selfies. Starbucks wasn't just addictive, it was aspirational. By the late 90s and early 2000s, Starbucks was opening a new store every day. Eventually, that number jumped to 2,000 stores per year. They went global, from Seattle to Shanghai, Paris to the Philippines. Starbucks became everywhere, and the company was smart about expansion. In Asia, they created green tea fraps and red bean lattes. In the Middle East, they respected local customs around seating and gender. In the U.S., they placed stores near offices, campuses, even inside airports and hospitals. You couldn't escape the Green Mermaid if you tried. Digital dominance. As the world went digital, Starbucks kept up. In fact, they led. They launched one of the most successful loyalty apps in retail history. Customers could order, pay, and earn stars through their phones. By 2020, 1 in 4 Starbucks transactions happened via the app. That's not just convenience. It's data, every order, every location, every habit. Starbucks knows what you like and how often you like it, and that lets them keep you coming back for more. But not everything was smooth. Starbucks faced union-busting accusations and labor complaints, environmental backlash over its billions of disposable cups, gentrification criticism for replacing local coffee shops in developing neighborhoods. Howard Schultz defended the company, pointing to fair trade programs, reusable cup initiatives, tuition benefits for employees. Still, the critiques were real and growing, but Starbucks still standing. Starbucks didn't stop at lattes. They acquired Tiavana, La Bouleng Bakery, and Ethos Water. They tried wine nights, protein boxes, fancy reserve locations with $10 coffees and high-end brewing. They pushed into retail, selling beans, bottled drinks, even K-cups in grocery stores. And the Starbucks app? It became a wallet, a reward system, a marketing platform, and a data gold mine. Starbucks wasn't just on your street corner. It was in your home, your fridge, your phone, the language of coffee. Starbucks made us all bilingual. Suddenly, everyone knew the difference between tall, grande, and venti, macchiato versus cappuccino, blonde roast versus dark. Even if you hated it, you knew it, because Starbucks didn't just serve drinks. They created a lingo, an entire culture. Even the misspelled names became part of the brand myth. Was it an accident or marketing genius? You decide. The Schultz effect. Howard Schultz stepped down in 2000, came back in 2008, and left again in 2017. But his legacy is everywhere. He ran the company with 2 goals: profit and purpose. He spoke out on controversial issues: racial inequality, refugee hiring, LGBTQ plus support. Some praised his bravery. Others saw it as virtue signaling. But Schultz built Starbucks into more than a brand. He made it a movement. Then came 2020. With cities locked down, foot traffic vanished overnight. Thousands of locations went dark. But Starbucks was ready. They pivoted to drive-through and curbside pickup, mobile orders and cashless payments. Store redesigns focus on convenience. They even expanded grocery and retail products, bringing the brand into people's kitchens. When cities reopened, guess what? People rushed back. Starbucks wasn't just a place. They missed it like an old friend. The business behind the brew. Starbucks today. Over $30 billion in yearly revenue. 35,000 plus stores. A market cap of $100 plus billion. Their formula? Cheap ingredients plus premium branding equals massive margins. Stores in high-traffic locations equals built-in advertising. Loyalty app equals recurring customers. Global reach equals endless growth potential. It's not just a coffee shop. It's a financial machine. Still, not everyone is sipping the green straw dream. Critics say Starbucks erases local coffee culture. Others claim it commercializes human connection. Many prefer small, indie cafes that prioritize sustainability, community, and authenticity. Ironically, Starbucks helped spark that movement, too. Without the giant, there may never have been a reason to rebel.